Hi folks, welcome back to Let's Go Car Cruising. My name's Mark and I'm a certified car nut. All right folks, we're out here at Kimball Farm in Lancaster, Massachusetts for their weekly Friday night cruise night. Just had some wonderful seafood and going to have some ice cream after we walk around and work some of it off. Thanks for clicking in. Don't forget, hit the like and subscribe buttons for me, help the channel grow. We're going to get out there and we're going to talk to some people about some stories about some cars. Hi folks, we're here with Jim and he's got an interesting story to tell us about his truck. And that is a Chevrolet. What year is that, Jim?
That's a 1985.
1985 square body, they call them, right?
Square body, yep.
Okay.
That's the one.
So what's the story? How long have you had it?
I've had it about 4 years now.
Okay.
And it came to me with 600 original miles.
Wow.
Yeah.
How does a truck? I mean, it's gorgeous, but they were never meant to be collectible, and they were meant to be used. And
it was a farmer that was in Ohio, actually.
Okay.
Purchased the truck. Unfortunately, he passed away. Had 300 miles on it at that point.
Wow.
And his family kept it in a air-conditioned, heated barn.
Wow.
All this time, and it's just immaculate. It was unbelievable.
So that's original paint, and that's
everything's original.
Everything's
It came with the original tires and rims, which obviously I don't want to drive on them, so I have
right, yeah.
So I just bought some of these and
3/4 ton, 4-wheel drive.
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting. It's got power windows, power locks, no radio, no AC, but with these setups here, you just turn those in and it brings in so much air.
That's your AC, yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They're only original once.
Yeah, exactly.
That is beautiful. Well, thanks for telling the story, Jim. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
What else you got over here? You got
We've got a 65 Corvette.
Okay.
It's been in our family for a while. That one's got a 327, 300 horse engine in it.
Okay.
4-speed. It's got the side pipes, which is fun.
And the knockoffs?
Knockoffs, not originals, but
okay.
We put those on about 3 or 4 years ago.
Nice touch, though. They're just classic.
Yeah, completely changed the look of the car.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome car.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
How? I'm going to guess this one's been painted.
This one has been painted. Yeah. It actually had a couple of checks on the hood, so we had Ron's Corvettes.
Ron's the best.
Yep. Do that.
Ron is the absolute best.
I love Ron. Yep.
Terrific guy too.
He is, absolutely. Yep.
I was disappointed. I was in the neighborhood a couple days ago and I stopped by just to say hi, and he was at a doctor's appointment, so I didn't get to say hi to him.
Yeah, we see him in Kissimmee once in a while at the weekend launch.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
So it's a car family.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. We've been doing this hobby for a long time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Well, it was great to meet you.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you too.
Thank you, sir, and enjoy cruising both of them.
Sounds good. Yeah,
Thank you.
Great night. And, the car season begins.
All right, we're here with Brian, and Brian is going to tell us about this really straight black 68 GTO.
Yeah, so this is a California car.
Okay.
It was manufactured in California, Fremont. And it's got the original 400 high output engine in it.
So Ram Air, was that a Ram Air 3 back then? Or just did they just call it, Ram Air 2?
Ram Air 2.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's got
my chronology of
so
GTOs
it's the original engine, it's original 4-speed transmission.
Black on black.
Yep. The rear end was upgraded.
Okay.
I put in a Moser Engineering out of Indiana, 12-bolt posi.
Okay. Okay. And the Hotchkiss sway bars.
Yeah, it's got Hotchkiss sway bars front. It's got what else? It's got roller rocker cam. I upgraded that.
Okay.
And I put a high output oil pump in it.
Okay.
And it's got a Delphi racing steering box.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I upgraded the steering box. So it's
they didn't handle all that well.
Great.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't go crazy. A little bit quicker ratio.
Right.
But you don't want to go too much with the ratio because you'll mess up the car. It won't ride right.
Well, that paint is sharp too, and I can appreciate how difficult it is to get a black car straight and to keep it clean.
Yeah. The seat, when I got the car, the seats, everything were original. They were kind of tired, so I redid the seats.
Okay.
But they're to the original style.
Sure.
It came with the factory tack.
The hood tack, that's sharp. Yeah.
Yep. I don't know if you want to see the engine. It's got 72,000 original miles, and it's been painted once.
Okay. Wow, very nicely done. Yeah, it's tidy, and
It's got front disc brakes and rear drum brakes.
was that a factory front
Yep.
disc? Okay, but that was an option. Some of them didn't, right?
It was an option.
Okay.
Yes. And the tack was an option.
Very, very
and
nice.
this is considered a sports coupe
Right,
because of the
right.
way the
Pillow,
win-
no post.
the windows are.
Right. Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to share. I'm very impressed. I
Well,
love to
thank
see
you.
these things and
Nice to meet you.
enjoy it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, folks, we're here with my good friend Greg that I've known since I was a wee lad, about this tall. And good to see you, Greg.
Good to see you, Mark.
And I'm going to guess the first thing you hear about this car from people is, "What's that?"
Yeah,
So,
I get a lot of that, Mark.
So tell us what it is.
So it's a 1986 Pontiac Grand Prix 2+2. It's not an Aero coupe, although Pontiac was unsure whether they were going to call it an Aero or 2+2. They ended up going with a 2+2.
Okay.
And I also like to call it an Aero coupe just because I like it different.
Yeah.
So I've owned it about 4 years now.
Really? It's been that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it came out of a collection. It's all original with just over 20,200 miles on it.
Wow. Okay, so you
And,
used it a little bit.
Yeah, so I've put a little over 4,000 miles on it since I had it.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to drive it. You know, it's meant to be driven, and
Sure.
you know, the people that they see it and they've never seen one before, or they haven't seen one in years.
Yeah.
They only made 1,225.
I'm sorry?
They only made 1,225.
1225. Okay, I knew it was around 1200, but
Yeah. It was a 1 year only.
well, let's take a look at the money shot.
So this is the money shot, as you call it. The long glass window and the short trunk. As you know, having an Aero coupe back in your day,
Yep, I had the 87 Monte Carlo, right? Yeah.
you had a little more trunk room and
The
opening.
trunk, yeah, the lid was a little bit, but not much.
Yeah.
It was that once you got something in, there was plenty of room in there. It was just fitting it through the hole, and it
Yep.
wasn't that. But that was, they call them NASCAR homologation. It was the homologation rules. You had to run a car on a track. You had to make a production version of it for a limited number. They had to be so many of them made, and I think like the 86 Monte Carlos, they made 200 of them, and they only sold them in the southeastern United States near the racetracks. I've seen a couple of those in the wild down there, but the 87s, I think they made 6,500 or something,
Okay.
roughly like that. So they were a kind of a more common car, not today, and they're selling now nice low miles used ones. Are selling for twice what I paid for the new one. So oh well.
Yeah.
I guess you can't keep everything.
Yeah. So these are similar in that they were sold mostly in the southeast.
Okay.
Just because of NASCAR was
Right.
more popular then. This car actually came from Virginia, then went to Massachusetts, then to New Hampshire, and where I'm at also in New Hampshire.
Okay.
But yeah, they, GM was getting their butts kicked in NASCAR. The Ford
By the Ford
T-Bird.
Thunderbird, yeah, because the air flowed over the back of
Yeah.
the car nice.
It's very aerodynamic, so they decided, let's come up with the Aero coupes, and that's when they developed the Grand Prix version and the Monte SS version.
Yeah, awesome car.
Thank you. I really, the other backside to this story is, back in 1987, when you were looking for your Aero coupe, I was looking for an IROC Z.
Right.
I went to the Chevy dealership, and he wouldn't sell me an IROC because he thought I was too young.
Okay.
But he had
Oops.
he had one of these. He
Yeah.
had a used one, and the thing that was cool about it is that it also had T-roofs, which was a dealer option that they put in.
Okay.
I
Because
didn't
none of
really
them came
like
from the factory with it.
it. No, exactly.
Okay, right.
Yeah. I did like it, but I didn't like the salesman, so I left, and I ended up going for Chevrolet and buying and I rock from there.
And I rock from there. I remember the car.
Yeah.
Remember we used to swap every once in a while.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, good days.
Memories, man, memories. Well, that's awesome, Greg. Thanks for sharing it. And
You're welcome.
road.
Yeah, you will. Let's
Cruising
go
it.
car cruising.
Let's go car cruising. Steel City Gray, they call that color. Not sure. It's a 71 or 2. Not too sure exactly. But they call them the chrome bumper C2s, C3s. And that's what roamed the streets when I was a kid. Nice car. Nice little coupe. Chevrolet. Fun car. No back seat for the family, but that's okay. Looks like a genuine dash. Nice job. Pretty cool blue 69 Z28 Camaro. Wow. Quite authentically restored. Got some information.
Yeah, you're right.
But I have my GoPro.
Stock interior. Very nicely done. Pretty car. A black Mustang here. And I'll look at the front, and it's a 70. It's got the one set of headlights. Nice little 302 motor in it. Shiny black paint. And black interior. With a 4-speed. Cool car. Kind of a street rod here. Chevrolet. With a big tunnel ram on it. Giddy up, go. And a Chevy pickup truck. There's something for everyone, folks. You don't need a bazillion-dollar car or truck to come to a cruise night and have a good time. An ERA Cobra replica. Fun little cars with some power and no weight. They will definitely scare you if you're not careful. Another 1970 Mustang. I think that's called Acapulco Blue. Mach 1. Earlier. Sorry, I don't know what year. 65, I'm going to guess. Brighter blue. A pretty 64 Corvette. Convertible. With a removable hardtop. And Fuelie emblems. Very nice restored interior. The hardtop. And the Stingray emblem. Very nice little car. Got an interesting little car here. Chevrolet Comodoro. Never seen one before. I don't think it's a United States Chevrolet, but it is left-hand drive. And a laughing gas tank in the back with a big boom subwoofer. Pretty cool interior. And a unique engine. Actually, it goes well. Wish I could find the owner. Nice Ford.
All right.
2-door.
Where were we?
A little custom.
I got a Kimball Farm car cruise t-shirt. 288-650. 288-650. 288-6.
A Willys Jeep pickup. I'm not sure the exact name for them, so I'm sorry. Forgive me. But it's a Willys. plain Jane Spartan interior. Just what you needed, nothing more.
All right, on we go. We're going to pull another winner right now.
And a little 4-cylinder engine. Gets the job done.
There are some sugar-free ice cream. 720.
All kinds of fun cars here. Shoebox, they call them shoebox Fords.
288-720.
Oh, Buick Skylark. Galaxy 500 XL. Looks like it's got a lot of motor in it. Yeah, that'll get up and go. Vintage air. Black interior with a 4-speed. Nice ride. Nice little hot rod. It's a Model A with a 32 grill shell, which was something that was done quite often. Nice little ride. Seen this one before, but didn't have the hood open last time. 427 tri-power, 435 horsepower. This one says 525 horsepower, so it's been customized a little bit. And it's a real Hot Wheels. Okay, we're here with Bill, and Bill's going to tell us about his 1968 Charger?
That's correct, yeah.
RT. And it's
440
black and straight as an arrow.
Well, I have a love affair with the 68 Dodge Charger because I owned a brand new one back in 1968.
Okay.
And I paid $3,400 for it. And it was the 383 and the 4-speed.
Okay.
And shortly after that, I went to the Edgemere Drive-In in Shrewsbury, Mass.
Yes, know it well.
And I had my 18-month-old son, my 3-month-old daughter, and my wife, and we went to see a movie called Bullet.
Bullet, there you go.
So I felt like I was the king of cool.
You were the star of the night at the
I was
drive-in
driving-
theater watching your car on the movie screen.
Yep,
And you
uh,
didn't even watch the other green one.
Well, now I'm fortunate enough to own both of them. So
Okay.
I have the
That's
440
awesome.
RT and a 68.
So this is a 440.
It's a 440 RT. Just
Very,
like the
very
movie.
nice.
Triple back.
How long have you owned this, Bill?
4 years.
4? Okay.
Yep. Looked for a long time, and it was a challenge to find a really nice one because, as all of you know, there were 500 or so that were destroyed because of Dukes of Hazzard.
Yes.
So
And the rest of them were rode hard and put away wet quite often.
you bet.
And
so to find one like this, one of the few cars that I did not get involved in the restoration because it was, quote, already done.
Okay.
But I've enjoyed it since that time.
Terrific. Beautiful car. So this is a 440 automatic. Did I see it was an automatic? Yeah.
And just like the movie car, they used 3 68 Dodge Chargers in the movie. 2 of them were automatics and 1 was a 4-speed.
Okay.
So being a guy who really likes things that are original, I had a little bit of issue with the fact that this was an automatic. And I said to myself, well, I'll drive it for a year. And if I can't live with it being an automatic, I will change it out. But I decided after a year of driving it, I'm perfectly comfortable because I have many other cars that are in fact manual transmission.
Right, yeah. It's nice to get in one and just sit in it and drive and not have
Yes,
to fight
indeed.
with it in
Yeah,
traffic.
I do enjoy it. So
Right. Where did you find the car, Bill?
it was online, and I have my son is my partner in all of everything I do.
Okay.
And he's also my pimp. So he always is looking for something for me to spend my inheritance on.
His inheritance, you mean? Yeah.
Well, you see, you can't lose because eventually it'll
Right,
be
right, yeah.
his and our daughters. So he found the car, and within 7 seconds showed it to me, and within another 60 seconds I had bought the car.
Isn't the internet a wonderful thing?
It was absolute, because we had been looking for a couple of years, and basket cases were 60 or 70,000. So
Right, yeah.
to find this, and I had just sold another car, so I was able to roll that into this one. So the pain was less.
The pain was less. Right. Yeah, but back in the day, late 90s, I bought a 93 Corvette out of the Corvette and Chevy Trader, which was a magazine that came out like monthly at the Extra Marts and stuff like that. And
well.
that was kind of before the internet, and that was a scary because it was in Ohio, and The story ends well. The car was better than they represented it.
Which is a novelty, by the way.
It really is. It really is. I had a friend of mine do the due diligence on it. It was at a Chevy dealer. He owned the Chevy dealer back here, and he did the due diligence on the car. But we were crossing our fingers and writing a really large check, and not seeing anything for a week till we got it
You're
here.
a courageous man.
Yes. No, dumb.
Ah, okay. Well, dumb and lucky. Because it turned out to be better than you expected.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time, Bill. This is beautiful, and thanks for sharing it.
A real pleasure.
So many people. What a wonderful show! I love coming here. So we're going to come back multiple times. I like telling stories.
Well, see, this is a good show to come to because, as you know, because we talked a little bit earlier, so many people are not willing to share the story of their car, nor do they have signage. Yeah, I'm a retired school teacher.
Okay.
So I believe very heavily in signage. I don't want somebody to walk by my car and say, gee, is this a Plymouth or is, so
right.
Give it a little bit. We need to entertain and educate the next generation.
Absolutely.
This is a perfect show for that because you have the old farts that come and sit in front of their cars.
Right.
And then you have some people that are willing to share their story. But what happens is more than just car people come. People come here for a bite to eat. And guess
it's
what?
ice cream. And there's a car show to look at the cars.
How about that? So it's a surprise. And I enjoy sharing it with people who really consider them a novelty versus somebody who goes to a car show all the time and they see all the cars. But share it with the public and to educate and entertain.
I think we as a hobby need to do a little bit better at getting the youth involved because they're falling through the cracks and they're just, for them, a lot of it,
and at some
not
point,
interested.
We will have to sell these cars, or our descendants will have to sell them. And if we don't create a market, then that's going to be a real issue.
Right.
But it hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet. The sky has been falling for decades and it hasn't yet. So good. Well, I appreciate it. Nice to meet you, Bill.
Yeah, my pleasure.
We'll see you up here this summer, and let's go car cruising.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, folks, we're here with Bob, and he's going to tell us the really special story behind this 1964 and a half Ford Mustang. Thanks for sharing it,
My
Bob.
pleasure. 64 and a half was a designator that the classic car folks assigned to these cars that were built between March and August of 64.
Okay, so Ford didn't call them 64 and a half back in the day.
Correct.
Okay.
These are all registered.
We know them now as
64 and a half,
Right.
the collector market.
Right.
So they're all registered as 65s, but if you're in that 5-month window, they were announced in March.
Okay.
Started
I didn't
shipping
know
in-
that actual story, so thank you. That's
Sure.
awesome. Okay, I learned something tonight, folks. I love it.
That's why we come to these shows.
That's why I come to. Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, this is a pristine car.
It's beautiful.
It's all original. All original panels.
Okay.
As you know,
Yes.
all the manufacturers stamped, when they stamped the out of steel,
Yep.
the fenders,
Yep.
they stamped the numbers here,
Okay. The codes, yeah.
the codes. So 421 would be January, February, March, April 21, Cleveland stamping plant, second shift.
Wow.
So I wanted to make
That's
sure,
awesome.
I wanted to make sure every panel was original.
Okay.
It's a Southern car.
Which is a bonus because the northern ones rotted up to the door handles.
Exactly. This is all clean underneath. You know, the old Bondo treatment they used to do under
Right,
the
yeah.
fenders. So it's pretty much original. The 64 and a half's had a generator.
Yes. Okay.
A car built in September of 64, which is now known as 65.
65, right.
Had an alternator.
Okay.
That's
I didn't know that either.
maybe the biggest difference. There were 4 kinds of engines. This is a 289, what they call D code,
Okay.
which is a 289 4-barrel.
Okay.
I
That's-
put some extra stuff on
Now,
it.
how long have you had it?
4 years now.
Okay. Did you do the restoration, or did you find it like this, or?
A fellow in Oklahoma did the restoration.
Okay.
Who I got to know very well. By
Sure.
phone.
Sure.
But he sold it to the Beverly Hills Car Club.
Okay. I've seen them online. Sure. Yep.
Beverly Hills Car Club. And honest with you, I don't think the fellow there knew what he had.
Bonus for us, right?
Yeah, he didn't understand under the fender. I kept on asking, can you give me that fender stamping number. That fender number. Does that another strange thing?
Sure.
See this little where is it?
Oop. I'll
Right
go
here.
this way.
This is a vent pole. For
Okay.
some strange reason, right here. Where
Okay.
is it? Here.
Yep.
Only the 64 and a halves have an A on it for air. For some reason, Ford decided to remove that A, so that's a distinguishing factor on.
And it's a rare and obscenely expensive part if you got to buy one.
You can't find them.
Right. Yeah. Made from unobtainium.
On the page, yes. So it's in good shape.
And a 4-speed.
4-speed.
A red Mustang, small block Ford with a 4-speed. How do you beat that? That's awesome. Well, thank you for sharing it, Bob. I appreciate it, and I love it. I like anything with wheels. I don't mention my preferences because we all have them, and
Everybody loves their car. I have 5 classics.
Okay.
And someone said, which one do you like the best? It's like saying, which grandchild do you like the
Yeah.
best? You can't.
Yeah, you can't. But I don't mention, my preferences because I don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah.
Because it's not my preference doesn't mean I don't like it. It's just,
You accept whatever.
But this is beautiful, and thank you for the history lesson.
My pleasure.
And I appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
Good talking to you.
Thank you. Hi folks, we're here with Steve, and he's going to quickly tell us about his 64 El Camino because he's waiting on his dinner and doesn't want to eat cold seafood. Thanks for taking the time, Steve. Tell us about the car.
So it's a 64 El Camino, first year square body.
Okay.
I bought the car a couple years ago. It was in pretty bad shape mechanically.
Okay. So you've done some work to it. Okay.
It looks almost like it did when I got it. I blocked the paint, I polished it out, put on some custom pinstriping. Had to rebuild all the mechanicals, the front ends all new.
What's in it for a motor?
It's got a 350 with a turbo 350 tranny.
Okay.
Dual exhaust, headers. It's got a Edelbrock 650 4-barrel.
So it goes down the road nice.
Goes down the road very nicely.
Okay.
Yep, rides nice. It's a good cruiser.
Have you heard they're bringing back the El Camino?
I have not.
They are.
I'd be interested to see one.
I can't tell you where I heard that because I'd be shot. But it's this close.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've seen some prototypes. I've seen some. I've definitely
seen some AI sketches. But
the interiors.
Tyler, if you can
Mostly
get a
original.
Okay.
Yep, the door panels are original. The seats have been recovered. Headliner's been redone. So I'm running 17s on the rear, 15s on the front.
Okay. So it sits nice.
So it sits a little different. Yep. But it's got all its original chrome for the most part.
Okay.
There's 2 pieces missing. I'm not going to tell you where they're missing from.
And they're unobtainable to find, right?
They're very hard. They're very hard to find.
Short production numbers on these cars, right?
Sure.
For the most part. The regular Chevelles were much more.
It's kind of cool because it actually carries the Chevelle badge.
Really?
From
Okay.
the factory.
In El Camino.
But
Okay.
it's an El Camino. Yep.
Wow.
So, yeah, she does pretty well. It's been a fun car.
Awesome. Time for something else?
Time for the next one.
Okay.
This is car number 45 for me.
Wow.
So I'm on to the next one. My next one's a Pontiac. So
I don't sell stuff well. That's my problem, and you can't keep them all, but I want to.
Sure. Yep. Absolutely.
I saw the post and I shared it, and a couple of my friends are like rolling on the floor laughing.
Sure.
And it said, "How can you tell a kid that had a box of 100 Hot Wheels as a kid that he can only have one car as an adult?" Okay, yeah, that works.
Yep.
Yeah, so terrific.
Indeed.
Well,
it's nice to meet you, Mark.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Indeed.
And enjoy the car and enjoy the next one.
Next bunch.
And let's go car cruising. All right, folks, that's a wrap for tonight up here at Kimball Farm in Lancaster, Massachusetts. What a blast of a show. Great cars, friendly people, and good ice cream to come as soon as I get done with this. So thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button because that'll help the channel grow and help me get out there and do some more videos at some other shows. Thanks for watching. If you've got a cool car with a great story, leave me a comment in the comment box, or if you know of a show where great cars show up at, leave a comment about that also, and we'll try to get out there. Kind of based out of central Massachusetts, so anywhere in New England's cool. And just remember, let's go car cruising.